First off, I'd like to, of course, recognize the Honorable Minister, all government officials, diplomats, and so on and so forth. If you don't mind, I'd like to get right to it, as we've all greeted each other several times by now. What brings us here today to these beautiful gardens? What is it in our divergent agendas that exhibits such commonality that yet here we are sharing this beautiful garden under this roof? For me, it is the shared desire to establish a new, more sustainable development paradigm in which the payment for ecosystem services business model plays a key role. The absorption of externalities into our economic models is a key step towards achieving more sustainable growth. It therefore stands to reason that innovation will seek to push down these costs associated with absorbing these externalities. The creation of a viable payment for ecosystem services marketplace is just such an innovation. I therefore subscribe to the view that what we are doing here is not charitable work. It's not charity. It is investing. Investing in the creation of new business models that will play a key role in preserving our world. As such, I prefer to think of those that have made funds available as investors and not donors. Which speaks to my firmly held belief that climate change finance is not and should not be considered or treated as development assistance. To take a small example, I think fitting, seeing as how we're in Guyana, I'd like to take the Norway-Guyana deal, so to speak. Norway purchased a valuable service from Guyana. It's not a donation, payment for a service. Yet, when we look at the execution of the transaction, one is left to wonder if the buyer understands her role and the resulting set of rights and obligations that go along with the purchase of such a service. When one looks at the subsequent disbursement processes, it appears somewhat confusing. Was this a donation or was this a purchase? I tip my hat to the government of Guyana for persevering and finding ways to make it work, which they have, which the recent victory with the disbursement of the next tranche proved. But it's because of the perseverance, and not necessarily because the transaction was completed in such a way as it was meant to be. I implore all of you, and the Secretariat of the GSF specifically, do not go down this path. The world needs credible, proven models of partnership in the arena of payment for ecosystem services for it to be considered a viable part of our national planning. Subsequently, if payment for ecosystem services is not developed to the point where it is accepted into our national planning procedures, it will fail. It needs to become an integral part of our thinking, of our business and economic planning. Let us show the world that the Guyana Shield facility is serious about investing in payment for ecosystem services. And let us strive to reach higher levels of efficiency and absorption of these funds that reflect this commitment. Thank you.